And hello! Welcome guys back to the Musings of Maverick channel. I'm your host Maverick, where today we are going to be continuing our watch of Carole and Tuesday with episode 10. So, last episode we went to the other side of the bracket, right? And we got through the first round on that side, which hosted some pretty interesting participants, I must say, especially the Mermaid Sisters, who were absolutely hilarious. Cybele also kind of caught my attention as well, especially with her onstage performance, and, you know, a little trivia fact for you guys. The singer for Cybele, anyways, all the voice actors and singers are completely different within this anime. They use different people. But the singer for Cybele, her father actually wrote the lyrics to the song that she sang, which is in French, so I'm not going to attempt to pronounce it right now. But I thought that was pretty cool that, you know, father and daughter are both involved. But in any case, what happened was GGK and Angela advanced to the semifinals. Angela, no surprise there. She's a big favorite to win this tournament or win this competition, as we can see. Definitely her song was the best produced, although it is definitely a classic or shining example of mainstream pop. And I think that is what, the storyline is actually trying to portray, right? Angela represents that side of the music industry, that side of the spectrum. But in any case, I believe in this episode, we're probably going to go back to the other side of the bracket once again, where the semifinals will consist of Piotr and Carole and Tuesday. Now, this one I'm really looking forward for, because Piotr actually probably impressed me the most within this first round of performances so far. So, let's just look forward to that. In any case, let's just get the show on the road. Alrighty, I skipped the intro and the opening, so let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. I mean, it's not really finally, but... River deep, mountain high. Doesn't quite ring a bell. You two again? Oh wait, but if Angela's mom is here, does that mean Angela and GGK are coming up first? Okay. Oh. Wait. Is it going to be... It's this guy. I'm guessing this is going to allow Carole and Tuesday to maybe shake some of the disdain he has for them? Or is it only for this? Well. Alright, we know who you are. Is he gonna, like, fire a shot at them? No? Oh, my nose. Oh, It's gonna be Chichiki and Angela first. Really? You shouldn't, though. Oh, you're still here? Where is this going? Oh? Is she going to turn into an antagonist of some sort? Hmm. That should be mysterious, right? Not ener. The universe called out to me. Oh. GGK first, Angela, Piotr, Carole and Tuesday. Sorry if you guys hear some rumbling. It's raining pretty hard right now. Don't tell me this is going to be the cause for them eventually losing. Okay. She is loco. This guy. Such a narcissist. But I love that part of him. Ooh. So again, I'm gonna have to mute these parts. So again, very electronica inspired. More so than the last song. I do like that suit though. Tao's like, This is shit. I like this beat. Are we gonna enter a climax? Ugh. That was like the perfect part for it to really pump it up. What? Really? Okay. I kind of wanted to hear like the full version of that song though. Of course. Oh. Really? So that means they already have a backlog of songs that they have. She's just calling him Robin. Alright, Angela. Let's see what you have. I can Tina Turner. I've heard of Tina Turner, but not really familiar with her works. All I want for Christmas is you. Alright, you know the drill. Muting. Oh. What am I thinking right now? Miley Cyrus? Something like that? I really like the arrangement for this song. End it right there? Like, come on. I guess they want to save some of the best for last during the finals or whatnot. But that really... I wanted to hear more on that. More of that. That's right. Because you need to show off your all-around talent to the judges. That makes sense. So in this case, Carole and Tuesday would probably also need to step it up. Ah, come on. Don't you, like, have her phone or something? Oh. Are we actually going to be able to see Pyotr's performance in this episode? Already? Oh, that is your true self. Okay. So, well, of course, we have to take him. You know, he could be putting on an act as well. Oh, we actually do get. Alright. Like, how far did you run, Tuesday? He really does have the moves. Huh? What the heck? Alright. Well, alright. That was a weird way to end. I'll see you guys after the ending. Alrighty, that was a rather abrupt ending. I definitely would have liked to hear more of Pewter's song. In fact, I would have liked to hear more of all of the 3 songs that were shown within this episode. I feel like it kind of took a backseat to the, I guess, the drama part of the story, but we'll get to that later. Let's talk about the songs first, right? So first of all, GGK. I actually did some research on my own afterwards from past episode because it was really killing me that I couldn't figure out what exact genre that GGK represents. I mentioned jazz, I mentioned electronics, but it somehow didn't feel right for either of them. So I looked up the producer, the composer of the song, who is named Taylor McFerrin, and lo and behold, his genre of music is called jazz fusion. So really a fusion of jazz and electronica, and also apparently some soul mixed into it as well. So there you go. Apparently that's a thing now. And I listened to some of his other works. They do sound very similar as well. Very, it gives the ambience of space and whatnot. It's really quite interesting to listen to. And, a fun fact, the singer for GGK is actually Madison McFerrin, who is the sister of Taylor McFerrin, who is the composer of the song. So, the more you know, right? In terms of her performance, I definitely feel like I side with the judges on this part. Like, I'd say it's a better performance than her first one, than her last one, but, again, it's just a more refined and better performance from her last one. It didn't really show us anything new, right? We already knew of, how she was this, kind of out there, space themed, this kind of ambience and stuff. So she didn't really hit new ground. And I do agree that you kind of want to show off your range, right? You want to show off that you can do lots of different things. And indeed, Angela here showed how she can handle not just more serious sounding songs, again pop songs, but I guess more focused on the emotions, if you will, within the song, and changed, did a 180 over here, thanks to Tao actually, and instead showed us a song which is more, I would describe as bubblegum pop, right? It's like I said, the instant I heard of this song, I thought of Miley Cyrus, the early version, the 2000s something version, not the 2019 version. Of course, you can also say Ariana Grande, maybe again Carly Rae Jepsen, stuff of that nature. And it was actually quite nice, right? Bubblegum pop, even though I'm a dude, there's no shame in occasionally listening to it. And I do like that she showed off how she's able to handle the more emotional kind of songs, as well as these more upbeat, fun kind of songs, right? And, it's kind of refreshing as well, because I don't really listen to a lot of US music nowadays, or Western music nowadays, but as far as I know, with the some hits that I've heard of here and there. I feel like the West is moving away from bubblegum pop. The best bubblegum pop nowadays definitely comes from K-pop, I feel. And Japan, of course, also has their idol pop as well, which I guess can kind of count as bubblegum. But so there you have it, right? A more classic sounding kind of song from Angela, and I do agree that she showed off her capabilities here. However, I will kind of nitpick and say, for a song or for the concept of being, very mainstream focused music, this track is a little bit underproduced. And in fact, it's the same fault I have with the last track as well. Her Move Mountains, that song. I feel like, you're already using AI to write it and whatnot. It should have a lot more complex and full-sounding instrumentals than what was shown here. It's not that it's bad per se, it's just that it's not quite pop-heavy enough, if that kind of makes sense. I definitely feel like it's a little bit too light, more bare bones, and it doesn't really feel like a produced track, if you will, of modern-day pop music. So that's what I have for Angela. And Pewter, for this episode, I gotta say, I was far more interested in his story, his backstory, than his music. His music, I have to admit, I preferred his previous performance more than this one. The lyrics to this one was also kind of crappy as well, if I'm being totally honest. But I did like how he gave more of his own personal story, right? Similar to GGK, and it did kind of surprise me, because as it turns out, he's not putting up an act, right? At least as far as we can tell from what he's saying, that is his true personality. And in fact, it's because of using SNS and, live streaming and whatnot that he's able to show off this personality, which is, really different from most I guess influencers or YouTubers or whatnot that I hear of, right? Which put on a persona in order to exaggerate a certain quality, in order to stand out more for themselves, right? Be more unique in that kind of way. A lot of times you would know, especially for the ones more out there, the YouTubers or influencers or social media influencers or whatnot, they would put on an act for the viewers, for the followers and whatnot, whereas privately they might have a slightly different personality. But here, it seems that he is using this opportunity to show off his true self, which is good for him. I applaud him for that. And I still gotta say that he definitely has a huge gap between how he normally acts and how he sings. Although, again, the singer is a different person from the voice actor, so But anyways, yeah, that's all I have for him as well. And as for the other underlying drama with Carole and Tuesday, well, apparently it's Tuesday's birthday, right? That very ending where she got that present on the table, I was so confused as to where that actually came from. At first I thought it was from Shibel, but I don't think so, because she left without leaving anything. I went back and checked to make sure that nothing was on the table when she left. And we know that Carol's present for her is yellow, right? And she's keeping it in her pocket. So where the heck did that present come from? Made from Gus and Rudy? Though it seems more like a prank gift or something of that nature. And something that really intrigues me is she was clutching her hand at the very end of the episode. Now, I don't know whether it's just because she's frightened, and so she's just, she's clutching her hand because she's scared, or is it because her hand was actually injured a little bit, like, smoke was coming out of it. It could be dried ice, so she might have gotten some burns on her hand, although it's kind of hard to actually be burned. Unless, I don't know, it's pure speculation on my part, right? But I'm just thinking, potentially, this could be a situation where her hand was injured and whatnot, and so Carole and Tuesday need to think of a different routine and go and do things a little bit differently, right? To stand out more and show off that they have different styles, rather than just what they already shown before to the judges. So that's also a possibility, I guess. Overall, though, I think my biggest complaint for this episode is that while I do like that we have some, some other underlying plot being shown within the episodes, I really wanted to hear, the climax of GGK's song. I wanted to hear Angela really belt it out for her part, and Piotr, really, it was way too short. So, if I had anything to complain about, I'd say I wanted to hear longer versions of these songs. So yeah, there we go. And beyond that, besides what was shown here, I feel like we also have some underlying potential plot lines that are hinted at, but not really sure if they're going to be acted upon. One would be Angela's mom, right? How she keeps on, I don't know, it seems like she's plotting something of her own, especially against Hal. We got Angela's manager, who also doesn't seem, I don't know, I feel like she is an important character in some way, but I'm still not sure, like, what exactly her role is in all of this. But it seems that she also has her own thoughts and opinions as well, especially in regards to Angela. And then we also have the entire situation with Tuesday's family. That's unresolved, right? So, and then we also have Cybele and whatnot. So lots of potential material that we can cover in the future, and that is nice, right? Because this is a 2-core anime. It's at least 24 episodes, maybe 25. I kind of forgot, but at least 20 something episodes. So hopefully in next episode we'll get a good full performance from Carole and Tuesday, and I guess potentially Angela as well, since I'd say they would have time to do the finals in one episode, and maybe leave on a cliffhanger where it's undecided who the winner is, right? Now, wouldn't that be a big troll move? But anyways, that covers what I want to talk about for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts as well. Let me know which song that you guys preferred. Personally, I would say, although I kind of hate to say it, I have to say I might prefer Angela's song a bit more. Right, like GGK's song is nice, and I really like the instrumentals to that song, but it's just not something that I normally listen to, I'll be honest. And Piotr's song, I prefer the last one much more. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys prefer as well, and I'll see you guys next time next week. So until then, stay tuned. Bye bye.